Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Near Protocol's price chart. And I want to tell you why I think in the short term, we do actually have a decent bullish setup. So are you ready? Let's dive in and see what is going on. And first things first, I actually want to talk about volume and see what is happening in this area. And by the way, this chart is from Coinbase, which and we don't really have a whole lot of volume. Basically, every day we are having something between 1 to 2 million near getting traded. So I think in order to have a better understanding of what is going on in volume, we need to go on near USDT from Binance. Why? Simple reason. As you can see, every single day in here in Binance, we are having something between, let's say, 15 to even sometimes 30-40 million near coin traded. So you can definitely use this thing as a proxy for all the volume in other exchanges as well. Now, here's the situation. Notice that when we got this move down in here, and also especially I'm going to say after the crashing event, the volume has just been constantly on decline. And this, in my opinion, is actually a bullish sign. Why? Because you see, whenever we are having a downtrend, and by that, I mean we are having a series of lower highs and lower lows, usually in our major moves on the downside, we are seeing an increase in volume. And when we are having our pullbacks up, we are seeing a decrease in volume. Now, in your protocol, if I just zoom more, okay, this is on daily time frame. And as you can see, when we are having this move down, we are having at the same time a decrease in volume, meaning what? Yeah, this move down is not really that powerful, and odds are bulls hopefully soon are going to take charge and send the price up. So the lack of volume in this recent phase down in near protocol, in my view, is definitely an optimistic sign. Now let's go back on our own chart from Coinbase. And why do I like this chart? Because in it, if I just hide volume, excuse me, what just happened? As you can see, we didn't really get those insane shadows that we got on Binance. There was definitely some major trickery going on there. So I actually like this chart much better, and in near protocol specifically makes sense to go with this chart. Why? Because when you go on 30-minute time frame, you realize that in the coming bounce back after our crash, we actually got an ABC, while at the same time in a lot of other altcoins we got some 5 waves. And in near protocol, I think this chart makes perfect sense because I'm gonna say this ABC was actually into a 4, and this move down, like we talked about also in the previous video, is into a wave 5, and it is also in form of a 5-wave impulsive structure. And on a higher degree, there is a very good argument to be made for near protocol to have completed the subwaves for an ABC in form of an expanded flat starting from this important high around, let's say, $3.1. Now, if this is over, then okay, that means we are going to, in like very short term, spend some time building a bullish setup and then get another great move on the upside. Are we on track for that or not? In my view, probably yes. Here is why. You see, in terms of Elliott waves, if you want to be bullish on any chart from any market, doesn't really matter, and you want to say maybe right around this region we're gonna hit our final low, okay, find me off of the lowest low, then a 1 2 3 4 5 wave in order for me to flip bullish. This specific count is called an impulse. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave, our wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And in terms of the sub waves, you know it, we must have, excuse me, let's change the colors, 5 wave up into wave 1, 3 and 5, and for wave 2 and 4 we can have different possibilities. Let's say sure WXY into wave 4 and maybe an ABC zigzag into wave 2. Now let's go on the live chart and see why am I in this area a bit optimistic. So here's the thing, I believe that probably we are having a 1 2 3 4 5 wave up in this phase. Also, this might be no, actually changed my mind. I'm gonna say probably a WXY in form of a double zigzag. This is, excuse me, a 1 2 3 4, probably an ABC flat and another move up into wave 5. Also, this initial bounce, if you go on some lower time frames, you realize that is actually in form of a 1 2 3 4 5 waves. So on a higher degree, there is a chance that in here, off of the lows, we have completed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and right away you might say, well, okay, we do have a bit of overlapping of the waves. You know what, I'm actually willing to ignore this thing, since this isn't actually like that much of a big overlap, and also since in here I believe we are having a 3-wave movement, most likely in form of an ABC zigzag. So what is it that I'm trying to say? I want to argue that in here, maybe and hopefully for that matter, this is 5 up into 1. This is correction for wave 2. And what's next? You know what? Great move up into wave 3, 4, 5. Having said that though, right now at least I'm not really seeing a whole lot of strong upward price action. So maybe we should be a bit patient and careful. Now, what could change my mind in terms of what is happening in this area in the short term? Here is what. Let's go on 30-minute time frame. As you can see, I think we can all agree that to about here at least, we are constantly having between our pullbacks overlapping of the waves. So this is definitely a slow and choppy move up to about this point. And if you want to force a bullish scenario on this, then okay, your best shot I think is going to be having a series of 1-2s. You can say maybe this is going to be a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 3, correction for 4, another move into wave 5. This 5 wave at that point is going to be into this wave 3, and then 4, and then 5, and even that one on a higher degree. Guess what? It's going to be into wave 3 and 4 and 5, and even that one on a higher degree can be into, excuse me, this wave 3 and 4 and 5. You get the idea. So here is what I want to see in here in the short term. I actually, number one, do not want to see a move down, something like this, in order to get to about these areas and especially take this important low about $2.2, because if we do it, okay, the picture is going to get a little bit complicated, and at that point I'm gonna say, you know what, maybe our move down is going to continue a bit more, and in it we are going to take the lows as well about $2 region. And what's going to happen after that can be a little bit off for the base. At that point, I think we are going to make new updates. On the other hand, though, if we end up getting a move on the upside and our move up actually accelerates quite a bit, you know what? Fair enough. Maybe these are the sub waves for a huge wave 3 and then 4 and then 5. And we are indeed, hopefully in full recovery mode. So right now in near protocol, going down in my view is absolutely 100% not an option, because if we end up going down and taking this important low about $2.2, not a whole lot of good things are going to come out of that. And at best, this is going to be, excuse me, an A, B, C in form of an expanded flat, which again, that we can expect near to take this important low. So bottom line is this. I think in here, the fact that we are having off of the lowest low down here about $2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is an optimistic sign, followed by that the fact that this is an ABC zigzag, a 3-wave movement is definitely yet another bullish sign, but it's not enough. Right now, we have to see, this is the keyword, please pay attention, we have to see an acceleration of our move up. And if we don't see it, okay, that suggests maybe we do have still some weakness in here, and we may not necessarily be ready for a complete V-shaped recovery. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Neo Protocol. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.